Tabletop Spotlight, brought to you by Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy. Hey everyone, I'm AdamHarry from Bell Lost Souls with
Drake from Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy.
And we're back with another Tabletop Spotlight. Drake, this one looks pretty crazy. What's this one called?
This is A Duel Betwixt Us.
Betwixt Us, sir.
Yes. You and one other gentle type will engage in an honor duel to determine who is in fact the most
Noble?
manly.
Manly? But there's a lady in too.
Yes.
There's a lady.
Doesn't mean she can't win.
That's true. She could be quite manly. Well, anyway, this sounds really awesome. It's a Duel Betwixt Us. So it is a two-player game
Yes.
of dueling. So
Yes. Many different kinds of duels. It's not just straight thwap fest.
it looks a little silly. There's a trout on the cover.
It is rather silly.
So let's dive in, man. All right. We got a Duel Betwixt Us here. You ready to do this, Drake?
Yeah, let's go in.
All right, man. So back to the box real quick. That was my Matthew McConaughey. Anyway, kind of some olden timey artwork. I like it already. So pretty cool stuff. Looks like a lot of cards, which is a plus.
Yeah, heavy cards.
Heavy on the cards. And I like the fact that you play a genteel personages, and you recruit workers to go to the mines for you. What are these?
These are,
Deck boxes?
they are deck boxes. Rather than just
Interesting.
have, because there's so many cards, you don't want just stacks sitting
Yeah.
around. You slip them in here and you can draw out of the boxes.
And if you look here, in this pack we recommend you store these cards.
Yeah.
In the fronts like that. In this pack we recommend you store these type of cards. In the fronts like that. So that's kind of cool. They have like broken up like, hey, this is what we recommend. And each one of these packs has different kind of artwork on it. You can kind of see, but the fronts are all the same. So that's
Keep the many decks that you will
Yes.
surely have
yes.
organized and safe and
A
separate.
Duel Betwixt Us. Here are the rules. Again, looking all old timey.
Like a pamphlet.
Like a pamphlet, yeah. And it's got some color in there. It's mostly color.
Right.
So we'll flip that here more in a moment. What else are we getting here?
And the cards.
The cards, sir.
All
Lots
right.
of cards. All right. So this one looks like something we can open.
A favor.
Ooh. All right. What do we got? And then this one's sealed.
Yeah.
You want to open that one up while I work
Yeah,
these
yeah,
cards?
that
All right.
You have the Shears of Destiny.
The Shears of Destiny, sir. Pass those over. Okay, and then this just looks like more storage for the cards. And just to be thorough, there's nothing underneath the storage here. So
Don't bother.
just in case you folks on the internet were wondering. So
It's like there's something hidden
Boom.
underneath.
there's not a hidden card in this box.
Okay, so it looks like we got our personas, the
Okay.
individuals that you may or may not play as you see fit.
A duelist. Well, I'm going to read this one. This is Duelist Persona, Major John Throttlesby. Throttlesby, yes. That's the family name. Pretty cool art. And then the back actually has a nice little write-up about the Throttlesbys.
So go by. What do they say about
So,
the mysterious
Major
stranger?
Throttlesby.
Oh, more than I
So,
thought.
there's actually quite a bit for each one of these people.
Yeah, get to
And-
know yourself.
Oh, there is a genteel lady.
Yeah, Octavia Peppercorn.
Peppercorn. Yes.
Get crushed.
Our family made the money in the salt mines, ironically.
That is ironic.
I'm just kidding. I don't know that.
We got some turn reference
Okay.
cards to remind you how to
Okay, and this is a two-player game, so
Yeah,
there's
only two.
There's two.
You only ever need
All right,
two.
fair enough. And then looks like we've got some different favor card. A favor. A rose.
Favors which you receive from your adoring fans,
Oh,
who are listed next.
Leopold the Miner. I don't know why I'm talking like that for these guys. I just feel like that's
Leopold!
appropriate. Yes, Leopold. And then we've got Michael the Miner. He's got some sweet shades on, dude. Check that out.
Then we've got some different dual conditions, because you don't just play each other. You
clearly.
Instead have a bacchanalian frenzy.
Get crazy. Show that one off real quick. Just getting Bacchanalian up in here.
Slammed! Which I believe gives bonus damage to concealed weapons and crushing weapons.
Makes sense.
It does make sense.
I like it. No swords, trick cards can be played for free.
Or you must duel in your birthday suit.
Hey, well, if you get pantsed at the yoga party,
That toga party.
yoga party, toga party, same thing. They might do yoga at the toga
Oh.
party.
And we also have some blank duel cards for you to make up your own. So you
Oh,
got
that's always fun.
4 that you can mix and match your own rules for.
Whoa!
Like a yoga party.
Yes. We do have a zombie miner.
Oh.
We have a zombie miner. That's. Can the miners go to the Bacchanalian party? Because
No,
miners
they're-
are not allowed to drink.
They're busy in the mines.
Oh, well, it's underage drinking if the miners show up. So. These guys are all undead, dude. What is this? All right, so
you
we
toil for a long time.
just, You do not get out of the mines in time. And then there's some items too, it looks like. So this is a shield / buckler.
Yes.
And
so,
you can build these, I take it.
Yes, which are more likely in here.
Okay, and then, ooh, we've got an item. This is another shield. This is a heater shield.
So those are the blueprints for your weapons and armor that you can craft using.
And then you take these items to, of course, the
some
duel.
More favors, more minors.
This is a short sword. See there, there's the ingots on the sword that you have to use to craft. At the yoga party, in the blacksmith's house, not toga party. You don't wear a toga when you're smithing.
Here they are. So what your miners are extracting are actually these ingots. So silver, there's gold, and then there's bronze as well, which is a rating of 1.
We have different, you can see, show these off. You've got a different rating. That's a silver, you can get it for 2.
Yeah, the golds are 3. There's a bronze that's in there.
Nice. And then you take those ingots, I take it, and craft yourself a weapon.
According to the blueprint that you can
Bingo.
see there. So you lay that down, and then you
sword, a saber,
those guys up.
an S word. Now these weapons, I take it, you use in the duel, and then you can craft blanks. You make your own items. That's cool.
You need a steady hand though.
Long swords. Yep. That's my shooting hand. Then we got some events as well. A minor murder. So you can, if you own a completed concealed weapon, you may assassinate one of your rival's miners. So
and that's when they become undead.
That's when they become. Okay.
That's how you kill them.
Okay.
We've also got some tricks, like during a duel, you can kick sand in their face.
Nice.
To reduce all the damage they deal by 2.
That's very important. Like that.
And to do so costs, the top left there, costs, looks like 2 with the silver.
Well, overall, man, these cards, the artwork in all seriousness looks really cool. It looks like a lot of fun. There's rust that you can pour on weapons. That's also pretty cool. Then you can create. I like this game too because you have a lot of blank cards that you can create your own kind of events and items and stuff like that. That's a really cool thing to do. To kind of throw in there to keep it fresh. And it looks like a pretty interesting game. And speaking of that, let's take a look real quick at the rule set. So we have the rules for A Duel Betwixt Us right here. So let's go ahead and open it on up. It's pretty simple. First off, there's like 11 pages of rules. So
easy
peasy.
Easy on the eyes, easy on the mind.
Bingo.
Straight into the game.
Pretty simple stuff here. It's just going to go through the types of cards. The big thing we're going to call out, how to win the game. Right, Drake? If you want to explain that one with a favor.
So the idea is you each start with 4 favors from your fans. For winning each duel, you can choose to either steal a favor from your opponent or gain 2 more miners, which kind of fuel your resources and basically give you the money that you use to.
The more miners you get, the more cool stuff you can buy to then win duels.
Yeah. Or you can just score a point right away.
Yeah, or grab a favor. And the favors can be traded back and forth based on winning and losing. So
keep taking them.
Yeah, the game has a couple of different end conditions. One, if a player ever gets all of the favors, they win immediately.
Which is 8.
Which is 8 total. If a player, if you fight through the entire duel deck and you've gone back and forth, the player with the most favors then wins. And if there is a draw, you both end the game with 4. The player that went second actually wins. So
pressure is on the aggressor.
Yes.
Here, as in,
if you're player 1, you better get it. You better get your game on.
If you start something, better done finish it.
Boom. So again, real quick, just going through the rule set. It's not very complicated. It basically shows you how to set up your decks, set up the pile. There's a shared discard pile and there's a shared mine pile and stuff like that. And if you notice here, it's actually upside down. It says player 2 sits on this side and it shows you how to lay everything out. Again, it's a duel, so you're sitting across from each other.
Yes.
Shockingly enough.
Because you are confronting
each other. Confrontating each other.
Being mean to each other.
Boom.
Getting called out.
Basically, too, with the way the miners work, you start the game with 5, and then you set up the mines. You've got a copper mine, a silver mine, and a gold mine. And then to get an ingot of the appropriate type, you have to have that number of miners. So for the copper mine, you only need 1 miner there to get 1 ingot of copper. Yeah. For silver, 2 miners there, and then for the gold, obviously 3 miners. So you can kind of see how this comes into play. Eventually, though, there's dirty tricks and stuff that you can do to kill people's miners, to attack their gear. There's just a lot of ways to get around that. Yeah. Again, you, of course, you use those ingots to craft your
quantity
weapons.
Over quality.
Exactly. It's a whole thing. There is some special rules about how much it costs to actually purchase items. We're not going to get into the minutia of that, but there is some restrictions there. But it's really simple, and then you play the dual cards, and then kind of resolve.
See what manner of contest then? Okay. I want a crushing weapon.
Boom,
So
I
I'm
want
gonna
a
build
drinking
this
contest.
hammer or whatever.
I want a concealed weapon so I can use it in this drinking duel.
It's Bacchanalian Frenzy.
Exactly. So it's very interesting. Again, it's supposed to be taken pretty lighthearted. I mean, you have a birthday suit duel, so
It seems pretty quick if you just
Yeah.
kind of.
yeah, it's not overly complicated. I think the gameplay really gets drawn out in outthinking your opponent and how player turns work and stuff like that. So
It's
there's
definitely
definitely
meant to be
some
a social game.
absolutely,
Like
and there's some tactics in there.
Yeah, of course.
I would like to play this game with like 4 people, like 2 and like 1-on-1, and then have a little Swiss tournament going on there. Who wins all of the duels, sir?
Who's the finest duelist in the land?
Indeed. Well, that's the rules real quick, so let's go ahead and hop out for a recap. Well, that was A Duel Betwixt Us.
Indeed, it was.
Pretty interesting board game. Let's run some stats real quick. Who makes this game?
Lorob Studios.
It's like a Laura and Rob mixed together. Just kind of Laura. I don't know.
I believe it.
What are we talking about? Players, obviously 2 players, right?
Exclusively 2 players, ages 10 and up,
10 and up.
because like there's some of that nudity stuff.
Yeah, you can't see anything. It's fine.
It's like a kind of.
Just dead people. So you are
use your better
fighting.
judgment. Not terribly long, probably 45 minutes to
Okay.
an hour.
Cool.
$34.99.
$34.99. Not too bad. This is a big box. Lots of cards. Cool artwork.
Yeah, but it's just cards. It's a bunch of cards, but
Yeah, it
So
looks
it's-
like a lot of fun too.
yeah, not
So-
that heavy on the production. So it's an easy, accessible thing if you're looking to get something, because you don't want to drop $60 on a 2-player game.
Yeah, yeah. And you could get multiple decks, I guess, if you wanted to multiple boxes and really build out your deck or something like that. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty cool. So and there's 4 different duelists to choose from, so you can have a different kind of shuffle there.
But those don't have any kind of stats to them, so you
Yeah.
can easily make up your own character to play as. Those are just like,
Right, and they do mention the rules. They do kind of encourage the role playing aspect. It's kind of part of the
yeah,
fun.
so you could be whoever you want. Those just kind of give you an idea of what it takes to build a persona. If
You do
if
you.
don't like role play or
Right,
character creating, anything like that.
But it's pretty fun. So go check it out. It's in stores right now. Right?
Oh yeah, has been actually.
Oh, it's been out for a little while then? So, cool. Well, go check it out. A Duel Betwixt Us in stores now. I'm AdamHarry from Bella Souls.
I'm Drake from Dragons Lair Comics and Fantasy.
And this has been another Tabletop Spotlight. Thanks again for watching. Tabletop Spotlight, brought to you by Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy. Thanks for watching.